The silver trumpets. The Lord said to Moses, "Make 2 trumpets of hammered silver, and use them for calling the community together and for having the camps set out. When both are sounded, the whole community is to assemble before you at the entrance to the tent of meeting. If only one is sounded, the leaders, the heads of the clans of Israel, are to assemble before you. When a trumpet blast is sounded, the tribes camping on the east are to set out at the sounding of a second blast. The campers on the south are to set out. The blast will be the signal for setting out. To together the assembly below the trumpets, but not with the signal for setting out. The sons of Aaron, the priests, and are to below the trumpets. This is to be a lasting ordinance for you and the generations to come. When you go into battle in your own land against an enemy who is oppressing you, sound a blast. Sound a blast on the trumpets, then you will be remembered by the Lord your God and rescued from your enemies. Also at your times of rejoicing, your appointed festivals and new moon feasts, you are to sound the trumpets over your burnt offerings and fellowship offerings, and they will be a memorial for you before your God and the Lord your God. The Israelites leave Sinai on the 20th day of the second month of the second year. The cloud lifted from above the tabernacle of the covenant law. Then the Israelites set out from the desert of Sinai and traveled from place to place until the cloud come to rest in the desert of Paran. They set out this first time, and the Lord commanded through Moses. The divisions of the camp of Judah went first under their standard. Nathan, son of Amminadab, was in command. Nathanael, son of Zur, was over the division of the tribe of Issachar, and Eliab, son of Helon, was over the division of the tribe of Zebulun. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the Jeshanites and Merarites who carried it set out. The divisions of the camp of the Reuben went next, and under their standard. Elizur, son of Sidor, was in command. Silomiah, son of Zurishadai, was over the division of the tribe of Simeon, and Elisaph, son of Deur, was over the division of the tribe of Gad. Then the Kohathites set out carrying the holy things. The tabernacle was to be set up before they arrived. The divisions of the camp of Ephraim went next under their standard. Elishama, son of Ammihud, was in command. Gamaliel, son of Pedasur was over the division of the tribe of Manasseh, and Abidan, son of Gidni, was over the division of the tribe of Benjamin. Finally, as the rear guard for all the united divisions of the camp of Dan set out under their standard, Ahazar, son of Amashadai, was in commander, and Pagel, son of Koren, was over the division of the tribe of Yesha, and Ahara, son of Innan, was over the division of the tribe of Naphtali. This was the order of march for the Israelite divisions as they set out. Now Moses said to Habab, son of Reu, and Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, we are setting out for the place about which the Lord said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised good things to Israel. He answered, No, no, I will not go. I'm going back to my own land and my own people. But Moses said, Please do not leave us. You know when we shall camp in the wilderness, and you can be our eyes. If you come with us, we will share with you whatever good things the Lord gives us. So they set out from the mountain of the Lord and traveled for 3 days. The ark of the covenant of the Lord went before them during those 3 days to find them a place to rest. The cloud of the Lord was over them by day when they set out from the camp. Whenever the ark set out, Moses said, Rise up loud. May your enemies be scattered. May your foes flee before you. Whenever it came to rest, he said, Return, Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel. Far from the Lord. Now the people complained about their hardships in the hearing of the Lord, and when he heard them, his anger was aroused. Then fire from the Lord burnt among them and consumed some of the outer staircase, outer skirts of the camp. When the people carried out to Moses, he prayed to the Lord, and the fire died down. So that place was called Taberah, because fire from the Lord had burnt among them. Call from the Lord the rebel when they began to crave other food, and again the Israelites started waiting and said, If only we had meat to eat. We remember the fish we ate in Egypt at no cost. Also the cucumbers, melons, leeks, onions, and garlic. But now we have lost our appetite. We never see anything but this manner. The manner was like a coriander seed and looked like a raisin. And the people went around gathering it and then ground it in a hand mill or crushed it in a mortar. They cooked it in a pot or made it into loaves. And it tasted like something made with olive oil. When the dew settled on the camp at night, the manna also came down. Moses heard the people of every family wailing at the entrance to their tents. The Lord became exceedingly angry. Moses was troubled. He asked the Lord, Why have you brought this trouble on your servant? What have I done to displease you that you put the burden of all these people on me? Did I conceive all these people? Did I give them birth? Why do you tell me to carry them in my arms, as a nurse carries an infant to the land you promised on oath to their ancestors? Where can I get meat for all these people? They keep willing to me. Give us meat to eat. I cannot carry all these people by myself. The burden is too heavy for me. If this is how you are going to treat me, please go ahead and kill me if I have found favor in your eyes, and do not let me face my own ruin. The Lord said to Moses, Bring me 70 of Israel, Israel's elders who are known to you as leaders and all officials among the people. Have them come to the tent of meeting, that they may stand there with you. I will come down and speak with you there, and I will take some of the power of the Spirit that is on you and put it on them. They will share the burden of the people with you so that you will not have to carry it alone. Tell the people, consecrate yourselves in your preparation for tomorrow. When you will eat meat, the Lord heard you when you were led. If only we had meat to eat, we were better off in Egypt. Now the Lord will give you meat, and you will eat it. You will not eat it for just 1 day, or 2 days, or 5, 10, or 20 days, but for the whole month until it comes out of your nostrils, and you lose it because you have rejected the Lord who is among you, and have worried before him, saying, what did we ever leave Egypt? But Moses said, Here I am among 600,000 men on foot, and you say, I will give them meat to eat for a whole month. Would they have enough if flocks and herds were slaughtered for them? Would they have enough if all the fish in the sea were caught for them? The Lord answered Moses, Is the Lord's arm too short? Now you will see whether or not what I say will come true for you. So Moses went out and told the people what the Lord had said. He brought together 70 of their elders and had them stand around the tent. Then the Lord came down in the cloud and spoke with him, and he took some of the power of the Spirit, what was on them, what was on him, and put it on the 70 elders. When the Spirit rested on them, they prophesied, but did not do so again. However, two men whose names were Eldad and Medad had remained in the camp. They were listed among the elders, but did not go out to the tent. Yet the Spirit also rested on them, and they prophesied in the camp. A young man ran and told Moses, Eldad and Medad are prophesying in the camp. Joshua, son of Nun, who had been Moses' aide since youth, spoke up and said, Moses, my Lord, stop them. But Moses replied, Are you jealous for my sake? I wish that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord will put his spirit on them. Then Moses and the elders of Israel returned to the camp. Now a wind went out from the Lord and drove a quail in front of the sea. It scattered them up to the 2 cubits deeper all around the camp, as far as day's work in any direction. All that day and night, and all the next day, the people went out and gathered the coil. No one gathered less than 10 homers. Then they spread them out all around the camp, but while the meat was still between their teeth and before it could be consumed, the anger of the Lord burned against the people, and he struck them with several plagues. Therefore, the place was named Kibarus Hatava because there they buried the people who had craved other food. From Kibarus Hatava, the people traveled to Hazarus and stayed there. Miriam and Aaron opposed Moses. Miriam and Aaron began to talk against Moses because of his Cushite wife, for he had married a Cushite. Had the Lord spoken only through Moses? They asked. Hadn't he also spoken through us? And the Lord heard this. Now Moses was a very uh, humble man, more humble than anyone else on the face of the earth. At once the Lord said to Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, come out to the tent of meeting, all three of you. So the three of them went out. Then the Lord came down a pillar of a cloud. He stood at the entrance to the tent and summoned Aaron and Miriam. When the two of them stepped forward, he said, listen to my words. When there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, reveal myself to them in visions. I speak to them in dreams. But this is not the truth of my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my whole house. With him I speak face to face, clear and not in riddles. He sees the form of the Lord. Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? The anger of the Lord burnt against them, and he left them. When the cloud lifted from above the tent, Miriam's skin was leprous. It began as white as snow. Aaron turned toward her and saw that he had a defilling skin diseases. And he said to Moses, please, my Lord, I ask you not to hold against us the sin we have so foolishly committed. Do not let her be like a stillborn infant coming from his mother's womb with its flesh uh, half eaten away. So Moses cried out to the Lord, please God, heal her. The Lord replied to Moses, if her father had spit in her face, would he not have been in disgrace for 7 days? Confine her outside the camp for 7 days. After that, he can be brought back. So Miriam was confined outside the camp for 7 days, and the people did not move on till he was brought back. After that, the people left Hazaros and encamped in the desert of the Paran. Exploring Canaan. The Lord said to Moses, send some men to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites from each ancestral tribe send one of its leaders. So at the Lord's command, Moses sent them out from the desert of Paran. All of them All of them were leaders of the Israelites. These are their names from the tribe of Reuben, Sema, son of Sacho; from the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, son of Hori; from the tribe of Judah, Caleb, son of Jephunneh; from the tribe of Issachar, Elja, son of Joseph. From the tribe of Ephraim, Hazar, son of the Nun. From the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, son of Repu. From the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, son of Sodi. From the tribe of Manasseh, a tribe of Joseph, Gadi, son of Susi. From the tribe of Dan, a male son of Gamaliel. From the tribe of Asher, Caesar, son of Michelle. From the tribe of Naphtali, Nahabe, son of Wolfasi. From the tribe of Gad, Jeel, son of Maki. These are the names of the men Moses sent to explore the land. Moses gave Hosea, son of Nun, the name Joshua. When Moses sent them to explore Canaan, he said, "Go up through the Negev and on into the hill country. See what the land is like and whether the people who like there are strong or weak, few or many. What kind of land do they live in? Is it good or bad? What kind of towns do they live in? And are they unwalled or fortified? How is the soil? Is it fertile or poor? Are three trees in it or not? Do your best to bring back some of the fruit of the land. It was the season for the first ripe grapes. So they went up and they explored the land from the desert of Zin as far as Rehob toward Laber Homers. They went up through the Negev and came to Habaron, where Haman, Shishai, the Telemite, and the descendants of Anak lived. Hebron had been built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. When they reached the valley of Issachar, they cut off a branch bearing a single cluster of grapes. Two of them carried it on a pole between them, among with some pomegranates and figures. That place was called the Valley of Issachar because of the cluster of grapes the Israelites are cut off there. At the end of 40 days, they returned from exploring land. Report on the exploration. They came back to Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community at Kadesh in the desert of Paran. There they reported to them and to the whole assembly and showed them the fruit of the land. They gave Moses this account. We went into the land to which you sent us, and it does follow with milk and honey. Here is its fruit, but the people who live there are powerful, and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. The Amalekites live in the Negev. The, the Hittites, Jebusites, and the Amorites live in the hill country, and the Canaanites live near the sea and along the Jordan. Then Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, "We should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it." But the man who had gone up with him said, "We can't attack those people. They are stronger than we are." And they spread among the Israelites a bad report about the land they had explored. 来了! They said the land we explored did divorce those living it. All the people we saw there are great size. We saw the Nephilim. They are the descendants of Anak, come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them.